Hey, I'm Buki, and today I'm your financial mythbuster. Look, we're living through something economists are calling the Great Generational Fracture. And what that really means is that the financial rulebook our parents live by, well, it hasn't just bent, it's completely shattered. Think of this as your survival guide for the brand new reality of April 2026.
All right, let's just jump right in with this quote. I know it sounds a little cynical, right? But believe it or not, this is the core logic that Gen Z is using to get by in a system that feels totally rigged. It's the reason why what looks like recklessness might, just might, be the smartest strategy out there. We're going to really unpack the math behind this whole idea.
Let's just get right into it. We're about to take a really hard look at the state of American retirement. And I'm going to be honest with you, the game is rigged. The old rulebook, it's been tossed right out the window.
So let's start with the only number that really matters right now, $1.46 million. As of April 2026, that is the new magic number for what's considered a comfortable retirement. And here's the really crazy part. That number jumped by $200,000 in just a single year. Think about that.
So when you look at that number, if it feels like a punch to the gut, you are definitely not alone. For a lot of people, a number like that feels like a joke. For others, it feels like a death sentence. So what on earth is actually going on here? And that old advice to just save more, honestly, it's a dangerous myth. And to prove it, I actually wrote a simulation. Let's take a look. We're going to call our guy Mark. He's a typical 52-year-old Gen Xer. He's got about $500,000 saved up, and he decides, I'm going to max out every single possible contribution to close this insane gap. Now, in the old world, yeah, that'd worked. But this isn't the old world. This is 2026. See, my simulation factors in three, let's call them ghost variables, that your standard retirement calculator just loves to ignore. First, you've got this stealth inflation on services. We're talking healthcare, education, and it's running at a blistering 8.2%. Second, there's the 2026 tax cliff. That's when a bunch of major tax cuts are set to expire, which means your withdrawals will probably get taxed higher and be worth less. And third, the longevity tax. Your parents are living longer, which is great, but it means their care costs way, way more. So what's the result of all that? Well, it's stark. Even with Mark maxing everything out, his real, actual purchasing power in 10 years will be lower than it is right now. Think about that. He's on a treadmill that's speeding up faster than he can possibly run. So the myth that you can just save your way out of it, officially busted.
Okay, let's start by tearing down some of the biggest myths out there. Because the advice your parents got, the strategies that totally worked back in the 90s, well, today, they're not just outdated, they're downright dangerous to your financial health.
You've heard this a million times, right? Just skip the daily latte and you'll retire a millionaire. Yeah, that myth is officially dead. The hard truth is, you can't budget your way out of a systemic problem. The cost of things you actually need, we're talking housing, healthcare, insurance, that's outpacing what you earn by about 2.4%. So the bottom line is, this isn't about you buying coffee, it's about your money's buying power completely collapsing. Now let's zoom in and see how this pressure is squeezing one generation in particular, Gen X. If you're part of this sandwich generation, stuck between taking care of your parents and your kids, you are probably feeling this crunch more than anyone else. And this is the thought process for so many people who are desperately trying to play catch-up. I mean, it seems like the responsible thing to do, right? The government even encourages it by raising 401k limits. It feels like a solid plan. But the math tells a very, very different story, a much scarier one. And this is where things get brutal. Look at this. You do everything right. You hustle, you save, you hit that $1 million goal in 10 years. But once you factor in the projected 5.5% U.S. fiscal deficit, which is just a fancy way of saying the government is devaluing the dollar, your $1 million, it's only worth about $650,000 in today's money. And this right here nails the core problem for Gen X. It's not that you didn't save enough, it's that the system itself is draining the value from your savings faster than you can possibly earn it. You're basically in a race where the finish line is sprinting away from you.
So, while Gen X is in a full-blown panic trying to catch up, Gen Z is looking at the exact same broken system and, well, they're coming to a totally different conclusion. It's a trend that's being called financial nihilism.
Now, I know what you're thinking. But Buki, what about inheritance? For years, we've all heard about this so-called great wealth transfer. But the reality in 2026 is what I call the great wealth dissolution. The U.S. healthcare system is just brutally efficient at liquidating a family's assets before a single penny reaches the next generation. That multi-trillion-dollar safety net, it's literally vanishing into thin air. And you know who's watching all this go down? Gen Z. They see Mark struggling. They see their grandparents' life savings just evaporating, and they've made a decision. They're going to play a completely different game. What looks like they're giving up, it's actually a pretty calculated response to the whole mess.
I mean, just look at this chart. It lays bare the absolute size of this affordability gap. To afford just a modest starter home in any major city, a Gen Z professional needs to be making around $112,000 a year. And their median salary? Just $58,000. You see the problem? Skipping a few lattes is not going to close a $54,000 gap.
And this, right here, is the birthplace of what we call doom spending. Now, it's not just about reckless consumption. It's more of a psychological revolt. I mean, think about it. When saving for the future feels like you're just throwing money into a black hole, having an amazing experience today, well, that offers a guaranteed return on investment. That savings account, that's just a theoretical maybe.
And this really highlights the fundamental shift in thinking. The old American dream, right? It was built on these illiquid, long-term assets, all tied to one single place, a house, a pension. The new reality that Gen Z is building is totally different. It's all based on mobility and flexibility. We're talking skills you can take anywhere and assets you can get to in an instant.
Just take a look at this investment mix. It's wild. Gen Z investors hold crypto. That's 4 times more than those in traditional retirement accounts. And they're not just gambling, you know? It's what I call a rational Hail Mary. They know that a 7% annual return isn't going to buy them a house. It's just not. So they're shooting for that 100x return that just maybe could.
I mean, just look at this stat. 71% of Gen Z investors hold crypto as a primary asset. This isn't just, a casual interest in some new tech. No, this is a fundamental top-to-bottom rejection of the traditional way of doing things.
And here's the thing. It's a pretty rational response when you think about it. When a starter home costs $600,000 and the average salary is $60,000, the American dream isn't just hard to achieve, it's mathematically impossible. So if you can't win the game by playing by the rules, why even play at all? This leads to either spending it all now or making these massive bets on super high-risk assets.
This captures the psychology perfectly. Why would you save diligently your whole life just to end up comfortably broke? That doesn't sound like winning. From their perspective, it makes more sense to take a shot on some random meme token that has a tiny but real chance of changing your life forever. It's a logical gamble.
So you have this widespread desperation from both generations, and it's created the perfect hunting ground for a new, really sophisticated kind of predator. And as someone who works with code, this part really gets under my skin.
You know what I'm talking about. Your social media feeds are absolutely flooded with them. You've got these AI voice gurus, these algorithmic trading bots, all promising you insane, impossible returns. They're marketed perfectly to prey on Gen X's fear and Gen Z's nihilism.
But here's the secret they really don't want you to know. I've actually gone and reverse engineered some of these bots. They're not using some genius predictive AI. Nope. They're just running super simple scripts called mean reversion. All they do is buy after price drops and sell after it goes up a tiny bit. A strategy like that gets completely wiped out the second the market gets truly chaotic. They aren't tools for you. They are high-tech lottery tickets designed to take your money.
Okay, so the system is rigged, the predators are circling. I know, it sounds bleak, but it is not hopeless. So how do you win? You have to stop playing the 1990s version of the game and start playing by the rules of today, by the rules of 2026.
The old goal was simple: accumulate. Just get the biggest number you possibly could in your 401k. The new rules are all about 2 things: protection and cash flow. The key takeaway here is this: it is not about how much money you have. It's about how much your money can buy. That's the only thing that matters. So here's the new blueprint. For Gen X, you have to shift your brain from just accumulation to protection. Start prioritizing assets that are designed to fight inflation, like certain securities or real estate that produces actual cash flow every month. For Gen Z, practice what we can call strategic nihilism. If you're going to use that gambling money, use it to buy skills that can't be easily replaced by AI, like designing complex systems. And for everyone, the absolute #1 rule is this: trust the math, not the hype.
And that brings us to the most important takeaway of this entire thing. In an unstable world, the single most valuable, inflation-proof asset you will ever have is your own skill set, your own knowledge, your ability to adapt. You are the asset.
So look, the American dream, it isn't dead, not at all. But the locks have been changed. The old keys don't work anymore. And the only question you need to ask yourself is,
Are you building the right set of keys for the future that's already here?
Okay, so the system's rigged. We get it. Now what? What do you do about it? I don't want to just leave you with all the doom and gloom. As your financial mythbuster, I want to give you the actual blueprint to escape this thing. This is the Buki protocol. It's a new path forward.
All right, the single most important mindset shift you have to make is this. You are the asset. Let that sink in. In 2026, your skills, your ability to adapt, your power to generate cash flow, that is infinitely more valuable than some static net worth number on a brokerage statement.
So the protocol has 3 pretty clear steps. First, you've got to shift your focus from equity to income. Second, you need to adopt a model of self-insurance. And third, you have to practice what I call strategic aggression. And the best part? This works whether you're Gen X or Gen Z.
Okay, step 1, stop obsessing over your net worth. Seriously, it's a vanity metric. Cash flow is king. You need to focus on building side hustles, especially ones you can automate using AI. Look, in 2026, the person who has 5 little automated businesses, each bringing in $1,000 a month, is way safer than the person with a $500,000 401k.
All right, let's talk about the next 2 steps. For my Gen Xers out there, step 2 is all about self-insurance. What does that mean? It means taking control of your own tax-advantaged accounts and just assuming that inheritance number is 0. Don't count on it. Now, for Gen Z, step 3 is strategic aggression. This is where you turn doom spending into smart spending. Use that cash to buy your way into high-level networks, get specialized AI certifications, and build what I call a skill moat that an AI just can't cross.
So what's the big takeaway here? It's this. We are all living through the end of a 50-year economic cycle. The old myths, the ones about a steady, predictable climb to wealth, they're over. It's time to adapt, and you do that by trusting the new math, not the old stories. But here's the thing. This isn't a disaster. Far from it. In fact, April 2026 is probably the best time in history to take control of your financial destiny. Why? Because we have more access to data, more tools for automation, and more ways to bypass the old gatekeepers than ever before.
And that brings me to the very last myth I want to bust for you today, the myth of hopelessness. You do not need a bank's permission to build wealth anymore. You don't. All you need is the right script, the right strategy, and, frankly, the courage to see the world for what it really is. My name is Buki. I'm a programmer, I'm an investor, and I absolutely refuse to let a rigged math equation dictate my family's future. So I'm going to leave you with this one question. Is your financial script ready for the reality of 2026? Trust the math, not the myths. Stay skeptical and stay liquid.